Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Guys, tonight Barcelona got a huge victory against Alavés because we have reduced that point gap that Real Madrid they did have over us. When we look at the La Liga table, guys, you can see that 7 point lead that Real Madrid had over us has now been reduced to 4. And next weekend, Real Madrid, they're going to be playing against Atletico Madrid, in which Barcelona, they're going to be looking to take advantage of whoever drop points, or even if both teams drop points. Barcelona could be basically very, very close to the first place spot by next weekend. And today was a monumental day for Barcelona. It was a must-win game. It was a must-win game. And our performance in the first half, it wasn't really that great. But in the second half, we got the goal that we did need. And when we look at the lineup for Hansi Flick, he went as strong as he possibly could. He had Szczesny in goal, Balde, Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo, and Jules Koundé in the back line. In the midfield, he had a double pivot of Pedri and Casadó. Gavi in the number 10. He had to come off early because he had a head clash. He had a head collision and everything. And just as a precautionary measure, Gavi was substituted off. He should be perfectly fine. Nothing too serious. It was just a precautionary measure. And then up front, you had Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal. But it was an absolutely huge victory for Barcelona. But NJ Saket, welcome, boys. Good to see you guys. NJ, I'll go to you first. But thoughts on the overall Barcelona performance?
It was it was okay overall, to be honest.
Okay.
Like the first half it was awful. The second half they were able to come back, and not really come back, more like they played more better in the second half.
Okay.
So overall, yeah, it's a good game, I guess. Oh, just overall.
Okay. I do agree with you there. I thought that the first half was very slow from Barcelona. I thought we really struggled to build off from the back, and that's why and also we lacked some creativity, and that's why Barcelona in the second half they brought in the players. They made some substitutions. They brought in Eric Garcia and Frankie De Jong, who had a very big impact in the match. But what's up, Saket? Good to see you yet again. Thoughts on Barcelona's performance as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, it was so boring,
Sure.
Every time, I am not blaming anyone, but every time, I don't see any creative passes or, risky passes from Chesney. Same with Araujo. Araujo just passes to Kunde, then Kunde passes to Araujo. Where they
Yeah.
just both of them just pass to each other. Only, only one, trying to carry the ball from the back was Kubarsi, but I think Alaves was playing 4-4-2, so I don't think there was that much of space. So also from the midfield, they were just jumping our midfielders, winning
Mm-hmm.
the duels, and also referee man, he wasn't even giving them yellow cards, after so many of fouls. Meanwhile, he was giving yellow cards to Barca players, you know, very
Yeah. Well,
fast.
when you
So I
uh-huh.
think first
When
was
you
what, yeah, first half was very boring, but I think in the second half Flick made the right changes,
mm-hmm.
brought in Frankie and Eric Garcia. So I think then creatively we created more chances. I think.
Okay. No, I completely agree with that sentiment. Those substitutions from Hansi Flick, they changed the game because, as you said, the passes between Ron Araujo and Kunde were very predictable, and you didn't really allow for that buildup to happen. And when
And it
Hansi Flick,
shows you, man. It shows you
mm-hmm.
that they're not really good at weapon making.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And sometimes you don't need to be brilliant on the ball, for example, in every single type of game. But in
I
this
mean,
type of
for a Barca player,
scenario,
you have to be good at your feet, though.
no, of course. But for example,
Yeah,
like
but in a system like this, when opposition is playing 4-4-2, you need some X factor, like Inigo's
uh-huh.
passing.
No, precisely. Like for example, against a Real
Yeah,
Madrid,
in a
you
game
know.
like against Real Madrid and Bayern Munich team like this, you can play with Araujo because there are so multiple
Y-
spaces to exploit anyways.
Yeah, and then when Eric Garcia came in, he was able to find spaces. How is that
Mm-hmm.
possible? How was that possible then? If Alaves was playing tight, then.
No. I'm saying Eric Garcia was much better than Ron Araujo in this game, but it's a matter of profile. For example, there are matches that are suited to every player that are more suited to their
Yeah, I know.
strengths.
Yeah, I know that. But in Barcelona, you need to be good with your passing ability. We know
I
that.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying that. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter what kind of profile you are. You need to be good with your feet because that's how we play in Barcelona.
No. Araujo was perfectly fine in the
Yeah,
match. I just think you need some more
yeah,
creativity in that back line because
Yeah,
Alavés they were defending
yeah, for
really
sure,
really
for sure.
well, and we
Yeah,
needed those extra passing options that Eric Garcia or Frankie Young can give you, for example.
yeah,
And when he did bring on those players, you saw the game change. You saw Barcelona be more creative. You saw them, be more aggressive and create more chances and putting Alaves on the pressure. Something that we didn't see in that first half. And I really liked that Hansi Flick. He saw like, hey, things weren't working. Let's switch it up. Because if not, we were just gonna have a repeat of the first half, and that wasn't gonna be good.
yeah. Exactly.
Van Lee says, Cooley Pascal adds, the players were so anxious today. Flick was nervous as hell. I completely agree. I think the pressure of, having to win and knowing that Alaves, they are a tricky team, defending really well, cutting the passing lanes, not allowing Barcelona to build off from the back. That does build onto your nerves. And even myself, I was feeling a little bit anxious saying, hey, are Barcelona going to get the 3 points? Is this going to be another day where we drop points and we aren't able to capitalize on Real Madrid? Is that where I'm going to have to come on and basically talk to you guys? But thankfully, Robert Lewandowski, he gets that goal. That's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, these early morning games, for example, those on the east and west coast of the states, it is a little bit difficult, but it's easier for those who are not in the states. Fermin wasn't supposed to play against this low block, which affected Araujo's impact on the game. Fermin isn't so key in receiving the ball.
what
When
was
Gavi
the
he went down.
kickoff timing for you, Elias? What was the
For
kickoff
me,
timing for you?
for me, for me, and the East Coast, it was 8 a.m. For those
Yeah,
on the
same as
West
mine.
Coast, it
Yeah.
was I believe it was 5 a.m. around there.
I mean,
Yeah, for me
overall
it
though,
was 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, so
this
perfect
time is
timing.
much better for you.
I'm like overall though,
Yeah,
in the people from the States are good in time though, because we're either ahead or we're just like on the right time most of the time, the East Coast. So
yeah.
yeah,
Ricardo, vamos. Nah, it was absolutely huge that Barcelona got the 3 points.
is
But
that
boys,
is that people from Asia are the worst on when it comes to time because they're so ahead than us,
no,
12 hours.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they're
yeah, they're
Yeah,
constantly having
yeah,
to be
they're
like up late and wake up early
yeah.
for the games. You feel for
Yeah,
them.
West Coast is bad because you have to wake up like around 5 or 4 just to watch a at
Yeah,
best. Yeah.
no. But guys, Lamine Yamal, guys, are we gonna talk about this dribble that he had at the start of the match? Bro, he started. Look at where he starts. He has two players marking him. He's able to dribble the ball, get past those two, able to have a little dummy right here, pass a third and a fourth, and just bro. He had multiple instances like this throughout the game where he had pieces of magic with just like pieces of those skills, and that was and that was so reminiscent, for example, like a Neymar of a Messi, for example, like the magic of they would be able to bring onto the pitch. And he turned out to be the man of the match. And we're going to be talking about this because I would say that there was
do
some
you know
debate
what is the
on
name
who
of
you could have given that.
do you know what is the name of that skill that Lamin does? He
I mean,
turns and he gets the ball from one feet to the another by turning himself around. What is the name of that skill? I don't know. That
Um,
is roulette or something.
yeah,
no, no,
if you're talking
no,
about
it's
just
not
like a
roulette.
turning, it's a roulette. But I think you're
Roulette,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
you're talking about the
turning, yeah,
croqueta. Is that what you're talking about as well?
yeah. No, I think it is a roulette because he
Okay.
turns and he takes ball from one feet to another. He was trying it again and again, and it was coming off very good.
No, but like those dribbles from Lamine Yamal were absolutely magic. But
Yeah,
you
because I am more
also
impressed because the left back of the team, I think Munoz, he also had a good game against Lamine Yamal. Still, Lamine came up as a man of the match.
hmm But Saket, would you say that even Pedri had a case for the man of the match? Because time and time again, you saw Pedri being marked by one, two, three players, and he
Yeah,
constantly was able to have a turn, to go into space, get out of those tight spots. You know, you had this run as well from Pedri, where he was able to bypass two or three players. And when I saw this, that whenever Barcelona, they were in a tricky
I mean, I got three
situation.
of them though. As man of match, to be honest.
Three of them. Okay, well, we'll talk about it. But
Yeah.
every single time, the players, they were looking for option, they give it to Pedri. And somehow, some way, Pedri would get out of the situation. Pedri was absolutely fantastic on the night. I think he was brilliant. But NJ, who do you think was the man of the match? Because not only did Lamine Yamal play well, Pedri play well, but who would you say was the third?
Uh, Pau Barsi, because
Pau Cuarci?
he had like about three or four
yeah,
clearance on that.
Absolute beast. Absolute beast.
Yeah, yeah, but see, for me, man of match was Pedri for me.
Pedri?
Yeah, for me.
Okay. Okay, very, very good shout.
It's a good shot for Kobarsi as well because he had like three to four clearance, right?
No, he was everywhere in that back line, man. Just
Yeah,
constantly,
and
bailing Barcelona
and they
out.
the underdog, underdog man of the match as well is would say Eric Garcia, Would-
Eric
uh,
Garcia,
underdog and
phenomenal.
an underdog, man of the match.
Uh-huh. And just I want to mention this really quickly, guys. Guys, did you see this action between Rafinha and the Alavés player? Bro, he absolutely spun him.
Yeah, I think what is going
Absolutely
on?
spun him. But it was absolutely lovely to see that piece of skill. Van Lee says, "Did you see the Luca to Lakers trade?
Yeah,
Is that the equivalent of us sending Lamine to Manchester United for
no, no,
Garnacho?"
no, like no, it's more like Pedri sending them. We get Kevin De Bruyne back,
Okay, okay.
more like that.
Now you tripping about that trade law. Well, guys, I don't know anything about basketball, so I can't give an
Yeah.
opinion about that. But I'm just taking your guys' opinion about that. Let's see what happens in regard to that. But I know he's such a talented player. I know Luca. But overall, boys, it was a much needed 3 points. We needed
Yeah,
that
definitely.
for
Yeah,
the
for
table.
sure.
Even though we didn't play the very best,
It's
we got
okay.
the 3 points.
It's okay as long as we get the wins. Because sometimes we don't have to. Sometimes we can't win every time. Like, playing beautiful. Direct football. Sometimes we have to like play shit sometimes in order to
No,
win.
and even Robert Lewandowski, he talks about that. He said right here in the aftermath, he said we knew we had to win today.
Yeah.
First we had to win and then look at the standings. He says, let me bring it on to some more. He says, in the end, we knew that we would have some chances to score. We had to play with patience, paying attention to the balance between defense and attack. If we score at least one goal more than the opponent, I think we'll be happy. And obviously, you do have these type of games where you're not going to be scoring like crazy. You're not going to be scoring 3, 4 goals and everything. And you need to have these grindy results. And these are the type of
Yeah.
games that, guys, win you league titles. You have to be consistent. And, Robert Lewandowski, he was absolutely key in that goal. And even though it wasn't the best performance of his, he was at the right spot
Yeah.
at the right time. And that's
It
what you need every
happens.
striker.
It happens. You don't have to. Yes, yes. We would love to play beautiful football, direct football, and scoring a lot of goals. But sometimes it happens. Like we don't score that much goals. As long as we get a win, yes, we can. Yeah, like it's annoying that we don't play good and don't win. We don't, but we have to get the wins because again, at end of the day, it's about trophies. In the end of the day, not about who did better at playing.
guys, guys,
Who
I
passed
had a one
better.
question. Do you think I am not saying that Farhan should start over Leva, but do you guys think that he warrants a start over Leva? Right?
Some games, yes. Some
I
games.
agree. I
Some
agree.
games.
I think in some games, for example, maybe in this type of game, I think you start Ferran in that number
Yeah.
9
Yes.
because I've really, really liked Hansi Flick's approach without Robert Lewandowski in that number 9 position. Whether that be
Yeah.
Danny Olmo, for example, whether that be Ferran, I've really liked that. I really like the movement and mobility of that front line. I'd like to see more often.
Yeah,
I like to see more often.
like with Ferran, like we already know that he's a superstar. We know that he's a super sub, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that we know that what he can bring the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
like
absolutely.
it doesn't hurt to like start him sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes at all.
No, and some games I would say, hey, you know what? I was even saying this, before the match. Hey, Hansi Flick, maybe for this type of game, looking at how you're gonna have limited chances, maybe have a Ferran in there that
Yeah,
can
exactly.
provide some mobility up there. I don't know. That's just something that Hansi Flick is gonna be experimenting with. Vanley says, "Kulipa, are you Mexican?" No, Vanley, I am not Mexican. Family from Argentina. Family Argentina, born in the states. I really wanted Jimenez that recently went to Milan. I love his tenacity as a nine. We cannot mess up the level of replacement. My choice is Gyökeres
Yes, Jimenez
personally.
is a good player, but he's too smart in Serie A, to be honest.
Okay, okay.
He's too smart, to be honest.
Lately, I've started
Also, guys,
disliking
look at.
Casillas.
Huh?
Well, go
Yeah,
ahead,
I was
second.
just saying. Yeah, I was just saying that we are seeing, Lewandowski's decline. We are seeing him week in, week out, and he's still top scorer of La Liga and I think top scorer of UCL. Just think
It's
about
not a
it.
surprise though.
How crazy
It's
is
not a
Mm-hmm.
that?
surprise.
Yep,
It's not really a
absolutely.
Yeah,
surprise
but
though.
we are
It's not.
saying this, we are saying his performances are not even 50% of his capability, in every
Yeah,
game.
yeah, but the guy's
Still, he's
36. We already know
ended up as a
that
top.
we already know that he's
Yeah,
36.
that just shows, if we had that just shows if we had, a top striker in top condition, it would have been so many goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. But again, we have to understand he was 36 when he joined when he in this season. We already know that he's gonna slowly decline. We already knew that.
And
Yeah,
he's the first striker this season to reach 30 goals
Yeah,
in all competitions. And that's something that you have to praise. And
yeah, for sure.
Anjay, you speak of it. Imagine if this was us peak Robert Lewandowski at his best.
Oh yeah,
We'd be
100%,
looking at
bro.
40, 50,
Oh yeah,
50 goals
100%.
already in January.
Yeah,
That's absolutely ridiculous.
yeah, it's
At
true.
the hmm
I think he would have produced Messi and Ronaldo's numbers then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
he would
basically.
give him the right players as
Yeah.
well. Yo, he will be bagging at least 35 goals minimum
Okay.
every season
Absolutely. And
at that age, in the early age, whatever prime age he was on.
Yeah.
uh-huh. And I will say, guys, that even though Robert Lewandowski has been showing great numbers, I do think it's the right idea to move and look for a replacement because,
I
as you
mean,
mentioned,
that's only
he's getting up there
given.
in age.
That's only given that that the Lewandowski was a stopgap for us. We were just waiting for someone with the right profile for the long run, which is
Okay.
again either Isak or Gyökeres will be the ideal replacement.
Okay. John says, lately I've started disliking Castelo's style of play because he's not so fast in decision making. He doesn't release the ball quickly and ends up not making so smart
Yeah,
decisions.
that was a
Vanley,
given. That was a given for Casado. We knew that in the beginning that his decision making is slow, but he can play for sure. But there's a reason why Bernal started right away because Flick saw that Bernal can think fast. We knew that.
no, Mark Bernal when he pro,
Yeah,
he's basically the Busquets replacement.
yeah. He
And
has that. He has that.
I'm
He has that.
so
That Rodri.
excited.
He has that Rodri as well in him, though. To be
Uh
honest.
huh. But overall, guys, as I said, Barcelona they gained the three vital points that we didn't need. Hansi Flick, he talks about it, after the match that they wanted to take advantage of Real Madrid dropping points. And even though we didn't play brilliantly, we got the 3 points, and that
Yeah,
is what
that's okay.
matters. Uh
That's
huh.
okay.
And tomorrow, boys, we'll be having an episode where we talk a little bit more and we talk about the La Liga title race because, next weekend is going to be the Madrid derby. We're going to be talking about that match and say, hey, could the La
Yeah,
Liga title race
I
still be
just want to
alive?
ask one thing about. Yeah, I want to ask one thing about the derby. What do you want? Do you want to draw or do you want Atletico to win?
I
I
want
guess
to draw.
I don't mind having a draw, but I don't mind Atletico winning it because I know that Atletico might fumble it in the long run as well. So because again, let's say if Atletico beats Madrid, it's gonna be 51, then Madrid will be 49, then we're gonna be 48. So it's not really that far
Yeah. So
Okay.
that just
a stretch.
gives us a
Yeah.
chance to
And
beat
and
both of them in the next fixture
yeah,
then.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna end up facing them in wait so say so yeah, so after let's say right that's the schedule, right? Like Atletico beat Madrid, right? And then we won against Sevilla. We're gonna end up facing Real Sociedad next, and Atletico Madrid after that. Then this time we can dethrone Atletico after that.
Yeah.
After the Real Sociedad game.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we beat them, then we can go top of the table again.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I don't that's the thing. I don't mind Atletico winning it. on next week. As long as we
Okay.
can
It
beat
is
them
at
on,
where is the Madrid derby? Is it at Bernabeu? Yeah, I think it's at
Um,
Bernabeu.
yeah, it is. It is because
it's gonna be a
the
dirty, yeah, it's gonna be a rough game for them
mm-hmm.
because when I look at their past, when they face each other, it was most likely a draw than a win in a win. So it's been, isn't it? Right? A draw, then win.
This is their head-to-head record.
Yeah.
So the
Then lose
last
in the
two games
years.
have been a draw.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid have been able to beat them, but whenever Real Madrid have been at home in the Bernabeu, they've have gotten the more favorable results. But as you can see right here, the last couple of
Yeah,
results
but
haven't
I
been that
think
great for
Rudiger
Real
is
Madrid.
injured, right?
He's out.
Rudiger
Oh,
is also out, right?
yeah. Rudiger's out. Then who else?
Rudiger. So
Yeah, Rudiger.
Mm-hmm.
Then who else got a yellow card? Oh, no, someone missing. Oh, yeah. The center back from Atletico, Lerman
Uh,
is suspended as well.
let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, the lineup.
No, I want to see their fixtures and see
God,
who got
No,
a yellow card lineup.
squad. No, someone suspended though. I think it's Lerman suspended for the next game.
Oh, you're talking for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Atletico. Yeah,
Oh,
when
for
they're
a second,
facing the next week.
okay, okay. Well, I mean, we'll be having this conversation, basically in tomorrow's episode when we talk about, hey, who is going to be available and everything like that. But we're going to be building up to that match, guys. We're going to be talking about that because that's going to have a huge implication on the title race and what is going to happen. Barcelona not throwing in the towel just yet. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys make of Barcelona's match against Alavés? Barcelona, they secure the victory through a Lewandowski goal. Clutch winner.
also, guys,
And
one thing before you go, don't you think Araujo? People were saying that Araujo can't play the high line, but I think Araujo played the high line perfectly fine in the first half.
Nah, bro, he's not that good with the Heineken because he doesn't suit the system very well. He still needs to adapt from some flick system. Because again,
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm just saying in the first half we caught them offside like multiple times, you know.
it was Kubarsi that caught them offline. It was Kubarsi.
well, in order to
Yeah,
have
but
the
one
high
single
line,
player
everyone
cannot.
needs to work together.
Yeah,
In regards
exactly.
to Araujo, I think he still needs to adapt a little bit, but he has
Yeah.
shown some improvement. I think on with time, you're gonna see Araujo improve with that back line. But I'm looking at that
Yeah.
highlight and I'm thinking,
Only thing I don't see improving from him from his side is his passing. Other than that, I can see him improving
no,
in other aspects of the game.
no, absolutely, absolutely.
And I will see because again, overall, like as a defending center back, yeah, yes, Araujo is a good one, but when it comes to like IQ wise and passing wise, it's average.
Well, guys, tomorrow we can have the discussion about who is going to be the starting center back because in midweek, guys, on Thursday we're going to be playing against Valencia and Inigo Martinez is fit. Hansi Flick, who do you start? Inigo
Yeah,
Martinez or
prob-
Araujo?
probably Eric Garcia will play in that
Eric
again,
Garcia, a third
again,
option. A third
again.
option. Then it makes it even more difficult for Hansi Flick to choose. But guys, as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Saket, NJ, good to see you guys. Hopefully, we do see you tomorrow for the weekly episode. But as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. See you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Bye.